Hit it. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting the record button.
Hit my
That looked
balls.
real good. With a ping pong paddle. Ooh!
No. And welcome, one and all, to the Lads of Comics Read Comics today. Featuring your boy Booster.
Today?
You like that? Is that a good
Ah, shit,
intro?
I
Should
didn't read
keep
it
that?
today.
Today. We weren't ready for today, huh? And today,
ready.
we are reading Booster Gold 52 pickup because it only just occurred to me, what is this, 10 comics in, that we should probably read something after my namesake.
So we read the Kiwi book.
I didn't know Booster liked Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Who would have
Yeah.
known, right? I like them enough to, take my name after him and my whole look with the goggles and everything.
I just thought he
That's
liked the
why.
name.
That's why I'm called My Pickles, because I love Pickle Rick. I can't say that with a
You
straight
saw that
face.
season 3 promo and you're like, this changed my fucking life. So,
I made a pickle character before
Mm.
Pickle Rick. I'm just saying.
you did it before, it was cool, right? Yeah.
He went to McDonald's, stood up on the counter, and asked for Szechuan sauce.
Szechuan sauce. I want Szechuan sauce.
You're one of those dickheads.
What are those? Anyway, Booster Gold.
We're alright, yeah. This video is about Booster Gold, a character I am very fond of, and I first got into this character with the comic series 52, right, which was a weekly event by DC, a comic a week, covering, of course, 52 weeks, and one of the stories was a Booster Gold story. And this is where we get his very basic arc, right? We get the character who is just this showboat, glory-seeking dickhead who, over many personal tragedies, becomes humbled and has an opportunity to save the world. And, make a little cash on the side if he can. And I love this character a lot. I think he's very fun, and 52 Pickup, as the title suggests, picks up from that and carries on his story. Written by Jeff Johns, who I think has a great understanding of the character. And it's kind of a, how would you say, event of the week sort of comic, where each individual issue covers like a big event in the DC universe. So this might be a hard one to get into if you're not familiar with the DC universe. We have an event that covers 52, we have one that covers Infinite Crisis, and then the shit to do with the Flash, Killing Joke, and also Countdown Infinite Crisis. You got all sorts of shit going on here.
Essentially, this is the book for DC fans.
Yes. If you love your DC stuff, there's a lot to like here.
Which, by the way, that's every Jeff Johns book ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do touch on a lot of things, like the Green Lanterns, Batman, and stuff like that. So, if you're a big DC nerd, you're gonna love it.
I am a big DC nerd. So there was a lot for me to get into. But I am wondering, with these boys, there was much for you lads to like in this. So, what did you boys?
Here's the deal. Let me get into it.
Alright, Bill Cosby.
It's easy enough to dismiss the stuff you don't know, and it's also complex enough to be something beyond a normal book scope. If I'm explaining myself correctly, it seems big, but it doesn't. You don't need to have all the information at hand. And for me, it was. I know a little something. So I didn't know the 52 stuff. I was a new 52 boy, so I kind of came in not knowing everything. Didn't matter, because guess what? Booster Gold is a silly boy just like I am, and he knows fuck all just like I did.
But I would also say it's a very Jeff Johns book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it has Jeff Johns all over it. A lot of dialogue,
it's
a lot
like
of
he
exposition.
stamped his name in there.
He just scribbled it in on Booster Gold's chest, which Booster Gold would probably allow him to do for a right price.
Yeah. If you're reading the book, the pages are sticky and they are usually connected together because Jeff Jones actually cream all over them. That's how much Jeff Jones of a book this is.
There's so much Jeff Johns here.
His
I'm gonna
baby
edit.
gravy is all over the pages.
I'm gonna edit Jeff Johns smiling in the background, slowly forming a face.
But
he's a great writer, and this is a good
yeah, he is a great writer. He's like, but he is like a lot of writers who like the look of their own writing. But I did enjoy the book. I thought it was very fun. I guess my favourite moments were with Jonah Hex.
That's great. That's great stuff.
And I guess I enjoyed the when they touched upon the Killing Joke as well.
I think I should say the premise of the book is Booster Gold is within a time stream. He's like a time agent. And someone is messing around with the fabric of time-space continuum.
And Rip Hunter
and
has gotten Booster Gold to try and help him stop these pesky little time worm nonsense makers.
Right? Someone is butterfly affecting the Justice League, and Booster Gold is there to stop it. So, and it's quite clever in many situations. For example, the Jonah Hex one, he actually killed a doctor that will deliver a grandparent of John Kent, who, raised Superman. And if that didn't happen, then Lex Luthor would kill Superman because he would be adopted by Lana Luthor, etc., etc. So it's a great butterfly effect book for that.
It's great stuff.
I think.
Yeah.
And of course, when he
it's
goes
very creative.
far into the past, he runs into Jonah Hex, who he has to have a drinking match with. And of course, that carries on to the next issue where he drunkenly smashes into the Flash's cosmic treadmill. And and Barry Allen, because Booster Gold has a bad reputation, Barry Allen's like, stay away from him, Wally. That's why you don't drink.
My favorite thing was every time he sort of bumped into a time stream, it was the comics from the time stream as well. So when they met, I think there was Silver Age Flash, right? So he was very much Silver Age. He was, and this is why you don't drink, kids. And he was like that. And when they went with Sinestro, he was allergic to yellow. Or not allergic, but it was...
they don't like yellow.
I like how he tried to feed into Sinestro's ego. He's like, oh yeah, we all worship you in the future. He's like, oh, you've got a yellow ring. What is the corp?
Yeah.
To me in the future, and he goes, Sinestro Corpse. And he's just twiddling his mustache, going, ah!
He's twiddling his mustache like a evil villain. It's great.
Isn't that great? I love Guy Gardner in that particular issue.
There's a very rare, nice moment with Guy Gardner, because Booster Gold and Guy are two characters that never got on along in the Justice League International. It was actually kind of a nice
so
moment.
similar.
Yeah, exactly. Guy Gardner is one of my favorite Green Lanterns. He's such a hot-headed dickhead, but he brings so much personality to Green Lantern.
So, I guess, which particular issue or Booster adventure did you enjoy the most?
I'm a sucker for the blue and gold dynamic, so I'm gonna say Blue Beetle, right? We got a bit of a side story where we've got some Blue Beetle fellas, a Blue Beetle of the future, I believe, gathering other Blue Beetles, particularly the Golden Age one, Dan Garrett, and the current one who comes after Ted Cord, Jaime Reyes, to go on a time-bending adventure to save Ted Cord.
I want to say, the Blue Beetle I'm more familiar with is Jaime.
He's a great one as well. And to be honest, his 2006 rendition of the comic that comes after Infinite Crisis is a really great read. I'm gonna put that on the list, actually.
Put it on the list.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
No.
But, I would say, because I'm a Batman shill, so I like the bit with the Joker and Batgirl and all that lot.
Yes.
There was a great bit with the Joker one where he realizes he can't stop that moment, and it's like
that's why Rip
a fixed
Hunter.
point.
sent him to that particular time. He was trying to teach him the harsh lesson that he harsh lesson.
Listen.
You have
He's
to
trying to
teach
teach him the
Spanish.
harsh lesson that he can't change some points in time. So he wanted him to realize that he couldn't save Ted Cord. And by the way, that actually comes out in a future Booster Gold comic, right? We find out that Joker took photos of Booster Gold after he beat the crap out of him, as well as Barbara Gordon, right? Which Batman has a hold of. So Batman knows about his time traveling escapades, but kept it a secret. But chose to, give Booster Gold a handshake and say, "I don't know what you're up to, but keep it up."
Yeah.
Yeah, he has Batman's respect, but he has to but they have to keep it a secret.
I did love that Joker though did keep beating the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, it's weird. I don't know how that happened because Booster Gold has a freaking force field, but whatever. I guess time shenanigans are more OP than force field.
Joker's OP.
Joker's so OP. If it's supposed to
Also,
happen, it's
wouldn't
supposed to happen,
you-
I guess.
Wouldn't you like Groundhog Day him? Like, okay, so he's gonna do the left hook. I'm gonna dodge it. And now
You'd
I'm
think-
gonna
you'd
do
think
this and this
so,
and
but-
this.
They just kind of ride over it, be like,
Hmm.
no, it's meant to happen, so you can't stop him. So
Booster
whatever.
Gold. Dumb. Confirmed.
He hates on gamers. I can't respect it.
That is
yeah.
true, right? Our boy in the I believe that character was his great grandfather squared or something,
Yeah.
right? So it was a present day Booster Gold ancestor who is in a supernova suit, just gaming.
Just gaming.
And
these have been a
Gold
good
did
one.
shit for him.
Yeah, he's basically like Korg in the Marvel movies, where he's like, "This kid's being mean to me."
I'll say this for as little issues as the book is. I mean, obviously it continues, but what we read, it's dense. A lot of things happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in about 6 odd issues? Yeah.
Yeah. 6
very
issues.
very
and
wordy book.
woof.
It's to try and make sure that you're not totally lost if you haven't read all the books that lead up to it. And there are a
The
lot.
thing is, though, if you put too much dialogue in it, people are going to skim over it, not really
You mean you're
pay
gonna skip
attention
over
to
it?
it.
and not pay
Yes.
attention. Because that's what you
Pickles go
do.
over it. Yeah. Pickles is the most anti-dialogue out of all of us here.
It's
I'm not
true.
anti-dialogue.
Yes.
Oh.
I
Expected.
thought there was gonna be a but no,
Yeah.
no, just
I guess he didn't want
Yeah.
to say because he hates dialogue so much.
No, the
Even-
dialogue I actually enjoyed when there was a lot of it was with his ancestor. I liked that character, so I was more into reading into him.
He was a little douchebag, but he is a fun character. All right, what do we dislike then?
Dialogue.
This guy.
This fucking guy, huh? This fucking guy.
I guess there's not a whole bunch to dislike, but I wish there was. This is gonna sound stupid, but I wish there was a bit more action.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like there wasn't quite enough of it. When it started getting into the meat of the action, it kind of just ended quite soon.
That is true.
So I just wish there was a bit more of that.
I agree with that. They spent way more time in the bubble talking to each other instead of being out there, you know.
Mhm.
Also, one thing I'll say I didn't like, the Skeets font. I guess it's supposed to be quirky and
Oh
robotic.
yeah, robotic.
It's unreadable. It's really hard to read.
Oh,
Yeah, it can be a bit weird to read.
didn't you want to bring up Future Skeets, Shabby?
Future
Evil
Skeets. Oh yeah,
Skeets.
he looks exactly like the torture bot from Star Wars.
True.
Yeah, it does.
It's like he has a bloody needle in him. He's looking mean. He's like the emo version of Skeets, and I love it.
Edgy as shit. Yeah. We love it.
I also because me and Shabby don't really read much into Booster Gold. When it was revealed that the new supernova's his dad, I was like, okay,
Yo, what? That was like a literally nothing revealed to you.
yeah, it was a nothing reveal. I was like, okay,
there is very little. It is kind of like a nothing reveal, to be honest, even if you have read anything, because he only gets briefly mentioned in 52. Is like the only time they ever talk about his dad. From what I know, anyway.
It's like I'm sick. He's like, you're a disappointment, son. You know, typical abusive
Yeah.
father to the superhero kind of thing.
He just kind of disappears at the end of that battle, and to be honest, I don't even remember if he ever shows up again. If he doesn't ever show up again, that's kind of funny.
He was like, hi, son. You never stopped me, son, and I'm never coming back.
Just like my dad.
I'm off to get some time cigarettes.
Future Sigs. Oh shit.
Oh man.
The thing is, I guess I was expecting Booster Gold to be really quirky, because whenever I've read Booster Gold, he's been quite quirky. But in this, he's a bit different.
There's quite a push and pull with his personality, to be honest, right? So you've got Dan Jurgens' version, who wanted him to be a bit more sympathetic and heroic, right? Who kind of wanted a bit of money on the side, but deep down he was a hero. Then you have the Keith Giffen's version from Justice League International, who is just totally silly, baha funny with Blue Beetle. And so I think Geoff Johns kind of wanted to lean back on the more sympathetic hero side of it.
Yeah, I get that.
Because at the end, he just wants to save his friend.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Like I said, there's a bit of a push and pull. Sometimes the writers want him to just be the douchebag who wants money, and some writers want to put a bit more character than that to him. And I like the balance. I like the Booster Gold who would go back in time to
between.
save JFK, okay? But, you know, if he can make a bit of cash from it on the side, no harm.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you go back in time and tell me to kill Hitler, I'll say give me the money first, you know.
So I could give it to Hitler. No.
Yeah, but they'd be like,
no.
kill Hitler, I'd be like, well, it's gonna cost you.
Also, can you pay me in Nazi gold? No reason.
Can you pay me in Bitcoin?
We're getting cancelled, boys.
Just Pickles comes in. Hey Hitler, invest in Bitcoin.
Right,
So
coin.
watch out for the Ruskies. Right.
Oh no. Shall we wrap it up with a rating?
Right. Let's rate it up.
Okie dokie, let's
Three.
give it a rating.
2, 1, 9 out of 10.
7.5.
Oh, okay. I love this book to bits. It's great fun if you're a Booster Gold fan, and if you want to read more Booster Gold, I highly recommend 52. And Dan Jurgens' original run from the 80s is also good fun. I love this character, and I hope you do too.
I give it a 9 out of 10. I think it has a lot of good in it. I think it can be held back by the format of single issues, because they always have to do a little recap, and it's kind of a stop and go and read it in trade form. But I also enjoy the sort of individual adventures. So I believe in single issue form it would be a good read as well. Just kind of hurry it. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7.5 because I feel like it kind of held back. I feel like it could have done a bit more in terms of action, but I guess that's to do with, as Shelby said, having single issues. You run into those kind of problems.
Yeah.
If they out of the bat turned it into a trade, I feel like they would have had more action and stuff like that, and they wouldn't have had to explain things more. In case you haven't read the previous issue. So I feel like the single issue format held it back a little bit.
There we go. That's it.
But it is a fun read, and I
a fun
recommend
read.
you read
Good
it.
fun.
Also, we're doing a new thing. Next week, we're going to be reading Thanos Wins. So if you want to read with us, read it, and we'll review it together.
Make sure you get it first, so we don't spoil you, and you don't whinge about spoilers in the comments, you bastards. I love you.
You bloody bastards.